All right. Okay. And let's just hope that the audio is actually working today. Okay, should be good. Hopefully, guys. Let me know if something bad happens. Anyway. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary. Daniel, Cinnamon, Animation, Ink, Panzer, Sin, Edgy, Wet, Joshua, Sporky, Ahis. Welcome, guys. God damn it, is it really? And I even did this yesterday and there was no goddamn issue. I hate everything. Hello, Shadowlight. Hello, Wallix. Okay, let's try right about now then. Okay, so alright, so alright. How's it now, guys? Let's check. Hey, Khadija. Hey, Val. What is up, Jaden? Daniel, I have seen Naruto. It's desynced again, isn't it? Jesus Christ, I fucking hate everything. Okay, let's try like that. Alright. What the hell just happened? Are we good? Am I still alive, you guys? Okay. Nope. Apparently not. What does this say? Okay, actually, let's try this real quick. Let's keep talking. So to answer the question that was asked earlier, I have seen Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. I think Naruto is a very high quality series, and I really appreciate Naruto as a character. Just because Naruto's fucking epic. Fuck Sasuke. Sasuke is just as worse as Baku, bitch. Okay, now what about that? Okay. And Sakura's not as bad as Elaine, but Sakura literally still doesn't do shit. You guys will never change my mind. Okay. I think we're good, guys. I hope we're good. Are we good? Do you guys think we're good? What happened? God damn it. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Are we still here, guys? Okay, well, either way, let's try and get through this, and we will get through it together. I promise. Alright, so last week on UnOrdinary, a lot of shit happened. A lot of crazy shit, but like badass shit, good shit. So basically, last week, we got Sarah putting up flyers, and we got Fuckboy McFuckerson. Gonna take these off now. We got Fuckboy McFuckerson showing up, or rather his peasants showing up and be like, you can't do that. Zeke said you're not allowed. And Serafino's just like, I can fuck these guys up. And I'm gonna fuck these guys up. And she did. It was hella boss to see. Then Fuckboy McFuckerson showed up. And, she couldn't really do anything. Except she kicked him in the nuts. Surprisingly. Unbelievably enough. But yeah, she managed to slip away for a bit. She had like so much sauce. She was like jumping off of a staircase and being okay. It's always staircases with Sarah now that I realize it. Where did she fight Gavin? Where did we first see her like use her power? School staircase. What happened to her when she met Junie? Pushed her down the staircase. How did she escape Zeke? Jump down the staircase. It's always staircase with this bitch. Oh wait, no, that one doesn't work. Never mind. But yeah. Anyway. So basically, Zeke showed up. Sarah got away from him in time, and then Blyke showed up. Our good boy Blyke. And he was just like, Zeke, the fuck you doing? And he was like, oh, you're doing a thing you shouldn't. I'm gonna tell the new king. And Blyke was just like, shut the fuck up. Fuck the king. Which, like I said, guys, I am a fan of John. John is my favorite character, but I do still like that Blyke's still sticking to his gun. Very strong character, Blyke is, unlike some bitch-ass bitches. Anyway. So, that's where the chapter ended. And so, is it time for round 3? Let's see. Did not mean to make that rhyme. But let's jump into this, guys. Let's jump into this, okay? Alright, so. Oh, but real quick, of course, Zeke also brought up that he was doing things in the name of the king. He was doing that to make the king happy. He's a loyal follower of the king. And I think we're all just hoping, like, John doesn't care about you. And if he finds out that you're just using his name to do whatever you want, which John should do this, he's going to beat the shit out of you again. And I hope he does. But who knows with what's going on lately. Anyway. So, now let's jump into it. So it's the hallway. Okay. So it's the hallway of Wellston, and it's just where we left off last week, the standoff. Zeke's still clearly glowing, and Blyke's just standing there. John has declared all members of the safe house. John has declared all members of the safe house enemies of the school. Enters ... Well, that's just perfect. I'm a co-founder of the safe house, so you direct your complaints towards me. UnOrdinary episode 195. Let's go, Blyke. ... What a bother. This guy's actually going to defend Serafina? He may be ranked higher than me, but last I checked, he's not much stronger than I am. Uru, if you're gonna do this shit, you better fucking give us a level. If Blyke has gone up in levels, at the end of the episode, or during this episode, we better get what Blyke's new ability level is. Don't be playing like that, Uru. Alright. The hell are you smiling about, creep? Zeke is kind of a creep. And with John backing me, I bet he's too scared to even fight back. I'll kick your ass. These are Zeke's thoughts. I'll kick your ass, Blyke. And he dashes and like appears in front of Blyke. And Blyke just activates his ability. This asshole. He's really gonna fight me here? Okay, so like Zeke has like a smug cat face, right? And he's just like, but like he didn't do. He's like, anyway. So yeah, so he's like, ha, slow. What the hell? Zeke, what the fuck was that? Okay, so Zeke's like right here. He's like got a clean shot. Well, he's not like this close, but like it clearly shows like he's gonna go for a punch like this, but instead he goes for a fucking uppercut in the next shot. And I'm like, what? And so Blyke's just like, hey, cut it out. Sorry, Blyke, but if you helped start the safe house, and he's preparing another punch, then you're even more of an enemy than Serafina is. And Blyke's just, shit. And so he blocks it. Can't let this fight get out of hand. I have to end it now. His hand starts glowing. Huh? And he's like aims it at Zeke's stomach. What the? You better give us an update, Uru. I'm not playing right now. Okay? Okay? So, he puts his like hand at Zeke and his hand is like glowing. And so Zeke's just like, what the? And like he basically like force pushes Zeke. And like the after effects are like springing behind him. Just like, gah! And then he shoots himself forward. And he grabs Zeke by the collar. What the hell is wrong with you? You really gonna start a fight with me here? You want to blow up this hallway? You want to blow this entire hallway over some club and some flyers? Let me tell you why the safe house was created to begin with. Because high rankers like us can't keep their egos in check and cause damage everywhere, to everything around us. People don't trust us and they need a place to hide. ... Because we start fights over over the dumbest shit and never consider the aftermath. So Zeke, why don't you quit flaunting all the time and do something worthwhile for once? And she's like, dot, dot, dot. Stupid. And Zeke's, dot, dot. They're walking away. What kind of crap are you going about? Who the hell cares about low rankers? And his eyes are still glowing. Blyke, you're dumber than I thought. Don't even try to lecture me! And he dashes to them again. And Blyke's just like, he tells Sarah, brace yourself. And he reactivates his ability. So, this isn't a passive right now. And he channels energy again. He's got the Dragon Ball Z, like when it's like, huh? What the hell is this? And it's another force push from his back. And so you're just like, what? And Zeke gets pushed back again. Maybe I'm overthinking things. But Blyke's ability, whenever he uses it lately, it's starting to glow. His body is starting to become redder. Not quite like how Zeke's skin turns his hair color when he uses his shield, but there's a red tint to all of Blyke's body. Not just his aura around him. Interesting to see. So Zeke slams back. How? How'd he get so strong? And even right now, Blyke still has his ability activated, but the tint isn't there anymore. And he's just looking down on him. Seraphina and Blyke, like I said, an interesting pair that we have never seen too often. Zeke, give it a rest already. He just looks down on him. And so they're in the infirmary now, and Sarah's just drinking. Hey, thanks for helping me out. Huh? Oh, no problem. Sorry you had to deal with that. It's fine. I'm totally used to it. Happens often, even for you, huh? Well, I'd say I'm a special case. After the school found out about me, everyone wanted a piece of the fallen goddess. So they attacked me every other day. I started pretty terrible, but I've gotten the hang of it now. Just gotta mind my own business and fight some jerks off from time to time. Not a big deal at this point. And so Blyke's just looking down. ... Regardless, you shouldn't have to put up with this. And just a quick PSA. Blyke is one of few people without any influence from John. Rather, not direct influence from John, like how John had direct influence on Seraphina. Blyke is one of few people who genuinely wants to help people. Remy, she wants to now, but the whole fucking Ember thing was for revenge. That's what that was. No denying that. But Blyke saw how low tiers were getting treated, and he was just like, you know what? No, this isn't right. We need to be better. He even tried to be better before he found out what John was really like. So, interesting. Blyke Mado. Blyke the tomato. Blyke Mado. A lot needs to change. And also, Blyke is realizing all of this without the influence of UnOrdinary. Ison's just kind of going along with it because he's a beta. But Blyke has not been influenced by UnOrdinary. And that might be interesting, actually. If Keon's like, why the fuck is this kid trying to do this shit? And, like, he brings Nadia in. He's like, you read the book UnOrdinary, you little bitch? And Blyke's like, no, the hell is that? It's like, the book that got Ray killed? Hell no. Why would I read that? And they're just like, what? I might be. The safe house is just a small part of the solution. It obviously won't solve everything right away, but it's something. Over time, we'll learn and adapt. We'll make ways to find things better, to make things better. And Sarah's smiling right now. She's so sweet. So she's just smiling, just ... She's going to say she reminds him of how John used to be. By the way, that big repulsion you did earlier was neat. Yeah, you saw? Blyke, she was right behind you! Well, it was pretty apparent. How'd you come up with it? Well, up until now, I've only been able to focus large amounts of energy into a single point. But something like this is too powerful and lethal. Doesn't really align with our whole make people feel safe plan. True. So you developed a more forgiving way to expend your energy? Yep, emitting a quick wave makes disarming people a lot easier, and it isn't as dangerous as firing warning shots all the time. Also, it makes a great defense mechanism. Interesting. And real quick, I just want to point this out. Blyke figured out how to use this part of his ability without seeing John do it. Actually, I'm going to read back on every time John has used Blyke's ability and check. Because I'm pretty sure John never did anything like it with Blyke's ability. But seriously, Uru, you better give us a goddamn ability improvement score. Okay? Alright. Also makes for a great defense mechanism. That's really impressive, Blyke. Good on you. Thanks. Yeah. Blyke's a homie. Anyway, I'm gonna go check on those flyers again. Make sure nobody mess with them. See you around. Okay. Bye. So he closed the door and she just wait. She's like waving. She like looking at her hand. ... Aw, she's sad. If only I had my ability, then I could contribute too. No, Sarah. It's weird because Uru is, at least from my perspective, Uru is starting to show that Sarah's kind of starting to be like John was previously. Not as aggressive, clearly, but she's kind of like, she's back on the I wish I had my ability. I wish I had an ability. I wish I could fight back. Now, clearly she held off those mid-tiers very well. But I think it's interesting because to me it seems like Sarah is starting to act a bit like John was. A bit. Not everything, guys. A bit like how John was. Anyway. So, it's nighttime now. Wellston Boys' dorm. So, it's Ison and Blyke. So, Ison's just asleep, and Blyke's just laying there with his arms over his chest, and he gets back up. And he makes sure Ison's asleep, and he's got his bag. And he starts walking out. And he opens the door. Tonight's target is in Grass Hill. Ooh, who's this guy? Alright, so we got a guy with like longish hair. One's covering the bangs are covering like his right eye. And so, name. It's John Lennon, guys. No. I mean, I love the Beatles, but we always knew John Lennon was a piece of shit. Anyway, age 30. Reported level 3.5. Last seen, Grass Hill. Property destruction and robbery. Alright, so chapter's over. There's still a little bit left, clearly. But I'm going to say this right now. Uru is showing us this, and she's giving us a target because we know shit's about to go down. Big time. Now, I'll talk about that. I'm going to say this right now. Kuyo is going to show up. We know that he's been keeping an eye. We know that he at least saw Blyke's premiere. It's quite possible he's been keeping an eye on him ever since. So, let's see. This one's a bit stronger than usual. Oh, he's got red eyes too. He's got like a reddish, orangish red, whatever. This one's stronger than usual. I should be careful. UnOrdinary episode 195. Alright. So. Yes, it did, Muhammad. But it's interesting. She's showing us Blyke for a reason. I think Blyke might get targeted by Ember, and then Remby and the gang will find out and try to protect him. However, it'll end up being too much for them, and they'll have no choice but to ask John for help. That could happen. But yeah, no. Uru definitely showed us this for a reason. Shit's about to go down next week. Also, it's interesting that Blyke's saying that a 3.5 is stronger than usual. What was Blyke's power? I always forget if it was 4.5 or... Okay, 4.5. So, Blyke is a 4.5. Ooh. The wiki changed their background. I like how it looks now. It's the art that Uru posted of John and Arlo's outfit swap. Anyway, it's interesting that Blyke is saying a 3.5 is enough to warrant being careful. Clearly, he should always be careful when going out, because Lance was only like a 3.2, I think. And let me check real quick, actually. Okay. Okay. So, I guess. Yes, Lance was a 3.2. And it's interesting that but what was I talking about? Shit. So yeah, Lance was only a 3.2, yet Blyke still got overwhelmed just because of the amount of people Lance had on his side. He had trouble there. He had trouble with crowd control. That is, however, how he discovered his repulsion ability, or the repulsion aspect of his ability. And so, if this guy has more people to work with him, but also Lennon is an entire level weaker than Blyke, as far as we know. If Blyke's ability level is the same, it's not. I know it's not. It definitely can't be at this point. Blyke's mastery has certainly gone up, so it would probably change a few levels. I'm not sure. I don't. Okay. Guys, what's the last thing you guys remember me saying? What about now? It should be good now, and I need to check this out. Okay. If you guys can, what's the last thing you remember me talking about? Hair gel. Thank you, Tap. Okay, something of Blyke. When did the audio cut out then? Okay. Okay, so yes. Back during the whole X-ray escapade, Blyke, Ison brought up that Remy was taking down these people far too easily, and Blyke said, "Hey, well, what if it was one of us fighting?" And Ison replied with, and Alana was a 4.1 at this time. Alana was a 4.1, so she was a lot higher than this person right here, than Lennon will be, or is. But Ison even said, if it were the two of us fighting, it would have been the exact same outcome. We would have taken them out just as fast. I don't think that's necessarily something to just disregard. I think Ison does have a point. So might be more like, and Uru did say, at higher levels, even slight gaps in ability level matter. And there's a lot bigger gap between Blyke and Zeke than there are Blyke and Ison. Ison and Blyke are 1 point. Are 0.1. Blyke, the gap between Blyke and Ison is just 0.1. And so the gap between Ison and Blyke and this person, Lennon, as far as we know, Blyke's ability level is 4.5. So he's an entire 1 point above this guy. Or whatever. I don't know. Anyway. He definitely is. Then again, supposedly, we didn't see much of it, but supposedly they were doing this for a while with Remy. And Ember didn't really find out about them until Remy had an in with Alana, and Alana was murdered. Yeah. So someone is definitely watching Blyke, though. Let's not disregard that. Like I said, Kuyo is gonna show up next week. I'm calling that right now. Shit's gonna hit the fan. Shit is gonna hit the fan. But yeah, I think. Now, here's what I do think. Something had to have happened between Ray and Kuyo. Now, we have never seen Arlo mention Kuyo. We've never seen that. So, clearly, him and Ray were probably separated by that point. Ray was the king. I've said before, Kuyo either moved or Ray did just clearly surpass him. So, I think there's two possibilities. Kuyo is working for the enemy, for Ember, and he's the one who probably killed Ray. It could have also been Vulcan, but I do think with the name Ember, I do think something else is going on. I don't think, especially with Valerie being Arlo's aunt, I don't think there's necessarily something. I don't think her ability would be Fire Claws. But I do think Kuyo was either the one to kill Ray, or he was Ray's right hand. I think it is possible. It's not illogical. I think it is possible that Ray did change Kuyo, And that Kuyo was like, Rei, like, I'm sorry for how I've been, but you're the king, and I respect you. So let's follow your lead then. So I think it is possible that Kuyo and Rei were still friends. I think it's possible. I think they were able to change, and I think it's also possible that Kuyo was there helping Rei as with the vigilante stuff. Now again, I do think that's possible, but I do think it is more likely that Kuyo was the one following Rei. Kuyo was the one to kill Rei. So I think either next week, Kuyo is going to show up, and he's going to be like, you dumbass. Like, I've heard about you. I know that one of my colleagues had a run-in with a sniper, and you clearly fit the bill. And shit's going to hit the fan. Alternatively, Blyke could get into trouble big time tomorrow, or next week. And he could be like, dang it, like, there's no one here to back me up. I gotta find some way to get out of it. And Kuyo shows up and helps him out. And tells him, like, I had a friend who was reckless like you. Let's finish these guys off and get the hell out of here. Blyke can get a mentor, maybe. But we're gonna have to wait till next week to see. Now, question of the day. I just realized instead of the first day of Safe House, instead of Arlo getting coffee with his aunt, we're getting Blyke vigilante stuffs. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. It's cool that we're seeing more Blyke vigilante stuffs, but at the same time, it's like, but Uru, you set up the first day of Safe House. You set up Arlo getting coffee with his aunt. Why you do these? But yeah. Question of the day: who is most likely to die in ordinary? I'm not feeling that one, Russell. Let's see. You're surprised Zeke hasn't gone crying to John this episode? I mean, he probably did. I mean, actually, Zeke's not fucking... Well, Zeke is fucking stupid, but he's a fucking asshole. So I think Zeke is stupid, but I'm pretty sure Zeke knows... Well, I've been saying I'm pretty sure for a lot of things that shouldn't have happened, in my opinion, but oh well. But I'm pretty sure Zeke is aware that, like, John didn't want anything to do with him. And so I think him using John's name as, like, a way to do whatever he wants now, I'm pretty sure he knows if that does get back to John, or if he even goes crying to John, that, like, hey, like, Blyke interfered, so I couldn't get it done. John's just gonna be like, beat his ass. And, like, he won't have any of it. Now, not alternatively, I don't know why I said that. But yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, if Zeke just goes crying to John, or if John finds out that Zeke is using his name, it's going to hit the fan again. But, you know what? Zeke round 3, we didn't need to see Zeke get sent to the hospital again. But I'm saying it, Zeke round 3 was still good. He still got his ass handed to him, which was fantastic. Can make an appearance in one of these chapters, because I saw some people on Reddit say that Ember is either the government or is working with them. Well, that was it's very possible, because that was a theory that was brought up in the series itself, because Eisen even said the authorities know more about Ember than they're leading on, because throughout every story they're just saying the same facts. So it's interesting. It's weird. But that's what I've been thinking this entire time too, Duan. I believe I said a few chapters back that his ability would probably turn out to be energy manipulation. which is entirely possible. Because for the longest time, people thought John was just mimicking abilities, but it's not. It's aura manipulation. So, very possible, very possible. And it would give reason for Blyke to have a much stronger ability. Because the two strongest kids in school have manipulation abilities. Sarah had time manipulation. John had aura manipulation. Is Remy's called manipulation or just... Is her ability electricity manipulation or just electricity? It's just called lightning. That's right. I was way off. But yeah. Yeah, he doesn't, but it's unfortunate, but it's sad. Anyway. That's going to be it for today, guys. Next week, shit's going to hit the fan and Kuyo's going to show up. Question of the day. Do you think Kuyo will be an ally or an enemy? Leave that down in the comments below. So, guys, that's going to be it for today. Like, I just said that. God damn it. But, put your comments down below. Give video a thumbs up. Guys, go follow all the Jokers. Support them. Ty has his own webcomic out right now, Reminiscent Zero, that is on Webtoons Canvas. Guys, go check out Fox. Me and him are doing some collabs for a certain series. Check out, well, I guess you could check out Steph, even though he's kind of annoying. Check out Digi, check out Shaman. Guys, this has been the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary. God of High School is coming. I'm still gonna be reading God of High School. I just haven't really had time this week because I haven't made time. I totally could have read God of High School at any point. But yes, Lennon is a 3.5. So, hope you guys have a good week. And until next time.